Welcome to Signal Outdoors. Let's get wild.
Roll the intro.
Every now and then I get this calling, the calling to immerse myself in someplace wild and remote, to forget about the troubles and responsibilities of the modern world, and to live on the simplest of terms. To take what Mother Nature has to throw at me and humbly comply. Join me for what I call getting wild. Joining me on this adventure is my friend Coco from Bohemian Adventures. He loves adventures as much as I do, so we headed off the beaten path together and into the sand dune state forest, looking for adventure and a freedom only Mother Nature could provide.
So we are out looking for a campsite. We are dispersed camping in a sand dune state forest. We're not sure where we're going to camp. It's my first time dispersed camping. Coco's done it before, so
Yeah, we did our Sub-Zero out here. Go back in our videos.
yeah, I'm hoping to come back here and do some hot tenting for sure this winter. I think this would be perfect hot tenting area for sure. So we're just looking around, scoping the place out, getting a lay of the land.
Maybe I'll clear out between those three trees.
Okay.
Try and clear it out. And
It's getting a little muggy now, huh?
yeah. Sweating more than I was yesterday.
We hiked for a while and found a great place to set up camp. I found a couple trees that looked good for the hammock and got to work setting up. It started to drizzle, and eventually the clouds gave way completely.
Well, it's really starting to come down now. Just finished getting set up. It's not perfect, but I had to hurry because it started to rain pretty hard there for a little bit, and it's continuing to rain. Got a low spot in my tarp here I'm going to have to fix. It's starting to collect water. Yeah, just finishing getting settled in here. Probably make dinner here in a little bit. Something I have to get used to is I walked away from camp to grab my bag on the tree, and I turned around. I couldn't remember which direction my camp was, and my tarp blends in pretty good, so I had to kind of really pay attention and looked pretty hard for where my tarp was. So that's one thing with dispersed camping that you really have to be careful of, is if you wander away, make sure that you don't wander away from camp and forget your way back. So luckily I'm learning that lesson early and in a small forest. Oh, there you go. There's your trash bag right there.
Yep. Stop frickin' hell.
I'm not used to these.
Turn it around, you go, it's a jetpack.
Yeah, no kidding, yeah.
Fly around.
Yeah.
We used to do potato launchers too.
Oh, yeah.
And they just,
Boom. I never messed with those. I always wanted to make one.
I recommend it. They're fun.
Let's smell this and see what it smells like here. This one does not reseal. So, Cody, what you doing there?
Oh, I'm just working on my spoon.
Oh, how come you had to make a spoon?
Well, I forgot my spoon. I was looking for my spoon, and then I got sidetracked and I forgot my spoon. And so we made a spoon. And a lot of help. We got the bulk of this. Aaron helped me with this.
Nice.
But I think this will suffice.
Oh, yeah.
Dinner was soon ready. We sat, talked, and passed the time for a while. While we ate, we were surrounded by the subtle hints that fall was quickly arriving and the dog days of summer would soon be gone.
So it's going to be about that time of night. Get ready to hang the bear bag. I have an sack with me, so I'm not going to pull it up into the tree. I'm just going to tie it to a nice big tree away from camp here. So when I first got this, I was a little confused as to how to properly tie it shut. And it's pretty easy once you know the process. So here's how I do it. So I first tie a double overhand knot. Well, first you pull this nice and tight shut so that nothing can crawl in through the top. Then you tie a double overhand knot, so just a regular old overhand knot, and then just do a second knot on the other side. Pull that together and make it nice and pretty. Now it can't get pulled open if it were to come off the tree, or if something were to pull on the top of the bag, it won't pull open. Then what we do is we do let's see here. This part I always get a little jumbled. I want to do a slip knot right here. So this is kind of a weird way to do it, but I think I prefer this way. So I got a slip knot on this end, and if we pull on this, it tightens up. And we're actually going to do the same thing on this other one here. Reach through and pull the knot through. And now we have, now I actually have two slip knots. So let's pull in that one tightens. That one tightens. And now what we're going to do is put the one slip knot into the other. And pull that one shut so it's cinched down on the one slip knot. We could pull some. And now, so this is what happens when you wrap it around the tree. Wrap this around the tree and put those together. I'll show you a better angle of that here. Okay, so now you have the one slip knot over the other. Then all I do is take a carabiner and slip that through this knot to hold it in place. Just pull that one tight. Pull the carabiner around. And that's not going anywhere. So the reason I use that system and those particular knots is the knot that's on the bag has an easy way to break it open if there's a lot of tension on it. And same with the knot that goes around the tree. So if something big like a bear were to grab that bag and pull really hard on it, those knots are going to get really tight. With this setup, no matter how hard something pulls on this, I can easily just pull that carabiner out and undo those slip knots, and away it goes. So if you did just a regular overhand knot, these knots would probably get so tight that you'd probably have to cut the rope with your knife if something big got a hold of it. So that's a trick I recently learned, so I figured I'd share that with you guys. So food's safe and ready to go.
We continued to talk until the sun had fallen. Even though it had recently rained, this area is under a burn ban, so we had to forgo the fire. We made the best of it and enjoyed the glow of a flashlight.
What if you hear the coyotes again? Kind of usually right at dusk they kind of go and then they're done usually. Nice to hear some owls tonight or something. It'd be kind of sweet.
Eventually we retired for the night and soaked in the sounds of a night in the forest.
Try and get you a smaller lighter next time.
Yeah, exactly.
Drink, it had a little bit of caffeine in it.
I do that at work too. I like about my third cup. I'm kind of looking for I should probably, before I start getting the nervous jitters.
Mm-hmm. Gut rot.
Yeah.
It's coffee time. So one thing I was going to mention is earlier I heard you talking and you're like, where's my spoon? And you're like tapping on the ground and you just find it in the ground here.
Yeah, it was
it's weird.
In the brush over there. Got kicked over there.
There's my spoon.
Ah.
I'm Cody's eating breakfast with a spoon this morning.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how your mind kind of shifts out here, where at home I'm like if I drop a fork on the clean kitchen floor, I'm like, oh God, this has got to go in the wash.
Yeah.
And like out here, I'm like,
yeah.
Let's see, I need something to stir my coffee. This one, just wipe the dirt off it. It's like, I don't know what causes that mental shift. I think it's just you're around dirt out here, so it's just...
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just part of the game out here.
Me and Cody sat down and had breakfast for a while, drank coffee and talked, and starting to wrap things up a little bit. Gonna get camp packed up, and then we'll probably do some hiking around a little bit. With our packs full and spirits high, we started to hike back. And I'll leave you with this final thought. If you happen to hear the wild calling, pick up, listen, and you may just make a memory that will last a lifetime.